A few months ago, Derek Smith went to Brian Shaw's gym and taught him the basics of arm wrestling. Derek might be one of the best people who could teach Brian, since he is one of the few pullers who has a frame as big as Brian. Derek's favorite move is the high hook, and this is the move that he focused on when teaching Brian. Brian did look very robotic initially, but there did seem to be something there. Moving on, Brian later arm wrestled with Eddie Hall in his gym, and you could tell that he had been practicing and thinking about arm wrestling. Of course, his technique still needs refinements, but he has clearly made vast improvements since his first training session with Derek. And this is not the first time Brian and Eddie have pulled. We saw Brian versus Eddie backstage at a strongman event years ago, and Brian did not know what he was doing. Eddie was able to obtain a far superior position and win the match. But now, just from a couple months of working on technique, the roles have been reversed. Brian now knows much more about how to use his strength in the proper way. Sure, Eddie is also much smaller now, but it's easy to see how much progress Brian has made in such a short time. I really hope Brian continues in arm wrestling, because he just might have the craziest genetics the sport has ever seen.